happening, y'all? Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Creatia Conversation, where we're bringing you all that nerdish. I'm your host, Lord Cussalot Travis Pointer, aka the Dragon King, aka Big T, aka T Money, aka Sweet T, aka Black Merlin, aka the HNIC. And I'm joined once again by my co-host, Mara the motherfucking Shark Watkins.
Hello.
How you doing, Mara?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. Good to see you again. Good to have you back.
Yeah, I wasn't here last week.
Yeah, you weren't. But
Why did you do that?
I mean, I guess we have somebody else here. Who else?
We are joined today by the patron saint of podcasting, the Warden Matt Ritter.
He was
going, Mara?
mocking me, so I had to.
I was just lip syncing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was lip syncing.
Mm-hmm.
Should be flattered, Travis.
Sometimes you got to remind niggas who's in charge around here. So it's just, sometimes it's necessary. But anyway, hi, Matthew.
Hello, Travis.
How are you?
Not 1,000 bottles worth of lube good, but pretty good.
Is anybody that good, though?
Not anymore.
I hope not.
Now, I watched this TikTok, and I found out, you know those 5-gallon water jugs for, like, your fucking water coolers?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
31 of those is how much lube is in 1,000 bottles of lube. 31 5-gallon water jugs.
That's a lot of lube. It's a lot of lube. This is why you got to go to like what's that website? This is why I'm broke.com and get one of those big old plastic oil drums full of lube, that they sell there.
Like the big blue things?
Yeah.
What up, Jess? What do you even do with that much baby oil? Like,
I don't know.
Freak-offs.
Yeah, I guess you could fill a swimming pool with baby oil.
We doing like, baby oil wrestling like in kiddie pools and shit.
That consistency just is driving my brain crazy.
What, a baby oil?
Yeah. Just like that
Trying
much.
to swim through it.
Would you even have buoyancy in that? Like,
I don't think
Only
it's
one way
about
to find out.
It's about the slickness.
like I'm just trying to picture like you in like say like think like your local gym pool, like just filled to the brim.
Well, I didn't say that. I meant like a kiddie pool.
Oh,
because I feel like, but let's say what she's talking about.
Okay,
a
maybe
local
like a
gym pool, right?
Or maybe a backyard pool. Maybe that's what 1,000 bottles would fill up.
I feel like P. Diddy's not participating. I feel like he's like having orgies in said pool, like what Mara's talking about, and then he's just standing out there dumping the baby oil into the pool on the people.
In his robe, just laughing around, just laughing and skipping around the.
I don't know why, but like every time now that I picture Diddy, he's wearing a white bathrobe.
That's Dave Chappelle's fault.
Is that what it came from? Like every time I think of him, he's wearing a white bathrobe.
And smoking Jeffrey.
Oh man. They also, I saw another tweet. Like they found
I hate you so much, Jess.
But I also saw another tweet or something about that. Is like they also found 300 bottles of pure Cambodian breast milk, and that was a good callback. I enjoyed that as well.
It is the best breast milk.
Breast milk, you made my day. Yeah.
Yeah, the white robe is definitely Dave Chappelle's fault.
Yeah. Just gets it.
But I'm sure we're not here to talk about.
No, we are not here to talk about Diddy and his lube or his bottles of Cambodian breast milk. But
while we could talk about celebrity news, I feel like that's just something that honestly you can't throw a rock more than 3 feet or 3 inches and get some other detail about.
You got a lot more than 3 inches with all that lube. But anyway, what y'all been watching? What you been playing?
Okay, she doesn't know.
Yeah, go ahead, Matt. Because
Fortnite.
She somehow comes in here like I don't ask the same question every time.
I was trying to be polite and do ladies first, and then she just like she
let you down. She let you down.
Paused. She stuttered. I don't know. She broke there first. She glitched. Got back on Fortnite literally before we got on the show. It's been about a week because my schedule's been all messed up from the new shift. But also it went on sale and I bought it. Travis, God of War Ragnarok.
Nice.
So it was like
that
42%
first episode dropped today. I'm gonna be checking that out.
I was gonna say the Penguin Show is on my list. Agatha is on my list.
Yesterday I forgot about that until today.
After we get off this, hopefully I get an episode of that in. Other than that, just a lot of old horror movies or like random shit that came out that I haven't seen. There's 3 movies called Malevolence that I found on Peacock. I watched the first 2. Mostly got into it because Alexandra Daddario's in the second one in a freezer in a white top. So like I was like, all right, that's enough to hook me. I can go watch that.
That's enough.
I'm easy.
That's all I needed.
Hear me out. No, I'm just kidding.
Save it for later.
But that's really been it. Like I said, my schedule's been all sorts of fucked up. I watched the Paranormal Activity documentary that I got on Vudu because I needed an extra movie and it was there, and I'm like, oh, let me grab that because I like.
Is it a documentary on the movies Paranormal Activity?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
The making of those movies, all the way up through, I think the marked ones or the Ghost Dimension. I think it was the Ghost Dimension was the last.
I think Ghost Dimension because I feel like the marked ones, since it went on a different story, I feel like they only touched on them for like a second.
Well, no, the marked ones was in there. I think Ghost Dimension came after that, and that was also kind of a separate story. There's another one called Next of Kin that's on Paramount. That's fucking weird. It's like Paranormal Activity, but for hillbillies.
I think that's
the
Amish.
One I had.
That was
Next of Kin is also just its own movie in general. Patrick Swayze is in it. It's a good movie, actually.
I'm pretty sure you can find a lot of Next of Kin videos somewhere else that we're not anymore.
Yeah. There's some of those. Next of Stepkin, though, you know.
Yeah. Sorry. Next of Stepkin.
I saw a video earlier today. It was like only a minute long, but it was like this. Huh? No, but like this girl was being interviewed, and I thought it was gonna be like something like one of those tragic kind of things where it's like she's clean in one part of it, and then a month later she's like hard on drugs, and you see how much her life has changed. But in actuality, it was only a month later. But she was talking about her baby because she was feeding, like she was like bottle feeding a baby, and she was talking about some dude, and she was just like, I don't know. I just know he's in another state and I hope he stays there. And then it goes to the next clip. It flashes over and it's a month later. The baby looks a smidge bigger. Baby's just turned a month. And this is when she was talking about and this is when I read the caption. This girl met this dude. They started having a relationship and found out they were related. And they had a whole fucking baby. And then she pointed out that there's like 3 states that apparently that is completely okay.
Oh yeah. They're all
and not even like half sibling, like full sibling. It's okay. You can't marry them, but if you procreate with them, it's apparently okay. And I heard New Jersey is one of those states, and now I need to find out if that is true because that is super close. But it would also explain some certain people I've seen in Jersey.
Yeah, no shit. Real quick, Mara, on that Paranormal Activity documents, one of the things that I found most interesting was they said that the first 4 movies, like the biggest consumer base was Hispanic and Latin American countries, which is why they made the marked ones to cater to the audience that is like consuming that content the most. And the entire time I'm listening to him talk about it, all I can think about is, have you guys ever seen that guy on TikTok, Latinos Against Spooky shit?
Negative. I don't spend
Oh,
time on TikTok though, so
it is fucking fantastic. This guy's
Oh,
hilarious. He just
maybe.
watches a bunch of like paranormal videos, and he comes and he's like, "I know, I'm the
Yeah.
representative for Latinos Against Spooky shit."
Yes.
Yeah. And then he talks about why we don't do any of the shit that he's watching. Don't go
Mhm.
here. You don't do that. Love it.
Yeah, that's crazy. In the United States, incest is illegal between consenting adults in all but 2
I
states.
was trying to get away from the incest. I was like, let's go back to Paranormal Activity. And Mars like, nope, we're still fucking family.
It's been too long since House of the Dragon's been off. So, and New Jersey and Rhode Island are those 2 states. Crazy.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Between shit Vince McMahon pulls, between stuff in horror movies and Game of Thrones, we talk about incest on the show way more than we really should, or like normal people
should.
Yeah.
But I remember what else I watched this week. There's a new American story series. So like horror stories, crime series. Now they have sports story. And for whatever reason, we're talking about Aaron Hernandez again. So I was just like, oh, finally, a true crime story that I actually remember.
See that it was on Hulu, right?
It's Hulu FX, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I watched the first 2 episodes of it, and I was just like, damn, Ryan Murphy, you really know how to keep me coming back. That man has kept me hooked through at least 7 shows.
You actually like got into The Sims again or no?
I actually have it open on my computer. I finally got it to open without any exceptions.
You hear they're apparently not doing a Sims 5?
I've heard about that, but I heard apparently we're getting a movie, which
yeah.
I don't know which one's worse or better, because like I don't really know how like.
Yeah, what's the movie? What is it? What do you do?
Without it turning into like Free Guy meets the Matrix, I don't understand it.
That actually sounds kind of awesome though, because Free Guy was great, and the first Matrix didn't suck.
Yeah.
None of the Matrixes sucked. All right, I need you to.
I'm not going to hear you out on that.
No. I'm not saying that they were good, but they didn't suck.
The third one sucked.
Which one is it? Is that
Revolutions?
That was the one that came out like a couple years ago, right?
No, that was the other one.
That's
was
the fourth one.
Oh, okay. So there's 4. All right. I was like, I've watched all of them, just couldn't remember off the top of my head.
That last one was my least favorite of the 4, which diminishing returns is kind of how sequels work. But none of them sucked. They were not good, but that doesn't mean they suck.
Yeah, I wouldn't say
there are movies that suck.
Right? In my opinion, it sucked.
I watched all of them straight through for the first time when the 4th one came out, and by the time we got to the 3rd, by the time we got to the 4th one, I was like, "Damn, this could have been better." But I didn't. This was like it was like a fun ride, but the 4th one did not hit the same way.
It didn't, and
the same way the first, or I'd even say the second one did.
I love The Matrix. The first Matrix is one of my favorite movies of all time, probably number 3 on my all-time favorite movies list. But yeah, even I would not sit and watch all 4 of those back to back. I would never. Why are you looking shocked? What did you just see?
Oh, I updated my computer software to the newest thing, and I just saw how I can change the layouts of windows on my computer, and I was just like, oh, and things started moving.
I see. But yeah, they were saying they're not going to make a Sims 5 because they're like doing a multiplayer thing, and they're like, people have already invested so much in 4. Which after you told me how much, didn't tell me exactly how much you spent on 4, but you're gonna tell
us. It's a saved note, and since then I've also spent more.
That's what I'm saying. So it's just, I understand how people would be like, yeah, I've invested so much in this, I'd be upset if I had to give it up. But then someone like me who's like, yeah, that's way too much, I'm not getting into that. And I also really just didn't like 4 to begin with anyway. So but what people are telling me is I finally would get all the things that I used to have after all these expansions came out. I'm like, I'm not investing that kind of money into it just to get what I had before. So
I will say before the last couple of, I want to say EPs, because like the Love Struck one, and I had brought Horse Ranch not too long before that. Before those 2, total to date of what I owned was $1,190. And then, but if you add all of them up, it was about $1,300. So I would imagine it's about $1,500 now.
Yeah,
I got swindled.
You did, but it was willing. So
yeah, like I'm kind of just stuck.
You knew
in
what
now.
was happening when you did it, so it's not like they they took you by surprise. I know what's happening to me here, and you walked into it willingly.
I should have known that once the base game didn't come with pools automatically from the jump, I should have known what I was jumping into. But it's okay. $1,500 and 10 years later, look where we are.
Yeah.
And about 50 gigs of mods later.
yeah. It's fine because Dungeons and Dragons is going to get me the same way with this new virtual tabletop that's coming out in like the next couple months or so, where it's just like, you can create your own miniatures and all that, but they're about to microtransaction the fuck out of that thing. And I know I'm going to spend way too much money on
it. That's how Snap got me. And even then I haven't been able to play that so much. So I just wanted to show you, this is what I've been doing so far since I said I had it open. I'm making a residential rental, which means you can pretty much make like rental building? Like rental units. They won't call it apartment buildings. Yes, Matt?
Will said that him and Allison made a strip club. Can you make a strip club?
Yes, I could do that.
Strip club,
because I'm gonna redo this whole world doesn't have anything in it. Yes, I did mod it so that my loading screen was something different.
So yeah, you should make a strip club and capture it so we can make content out of it. That'd be awesome. Yeah.
Okay. I wish this would load faster so I could show you what I was talking about. Okay, so this is a lot I'm on right now, but I'm going to turn this into a community pool, this to a park, I think, or this a park, this a pool. We could put a strip club probably right over here.
It's a hell of a community you build in there.
Or we could put the strip club over here. I mean, like, away from.
I'll put it right by the pool. Put it right by the pool. Just
community pool over here, and then CD strip club right there.
Yeah, why not?
And then we'll put a library right here.
There you go. Education and entertainment.
But yeah, and then I'll put some more buildings in. But we'll slowly.
We could call it the Creatia Oscillation.
I don't get it.
Me neither.
The strip club instead of the Creatia Conversation, the Creatia Oscillation, because they're oscillating.
I see. You're talking about just the strip club. I thought you were talking about the community in general.
No. Just the strip club. I don't care about the people going to the strip club. I just care that the strip club has a cool name.
I'm with you now.
Makes sense. But yeah, I watched this docuseries on Prime called "The World's Most Dangerous Prisoners."
Okay.
Yeah, the UK has a lot of crazy women in it. I was actually surprised by how much UK people like they talked about, and I was like, "These are some evil ass people."
Speaking of the UK and prisoners, though, something that I've been watching was this show on Netflix. It's been out for a while, but just went ahead and checked it out, called Hard Sell.
I thought you were going to say Dating Naked UK, and I was like, damn it, how did you get access to it?
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
There is a dating show called Dating Naked, right? Okay. The only dating show I really only like is Married at First Sight, and that's Logan's fault. But
watch Naked Attraction.
Naked Attraction?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on Max. You haven't seen that?
No.
Okay. So imagine you get to tell them what your type is. They pick 5 people. You go stand there, and then they slowly reveal their bodies and let you judge them, first from the waist up, then all the way up. And the last thing after you've eliminated people is you hear them talk. Then you whittle it down to 2 people. Then they get to see you naked, and you get to pick who you like naked best to go on a date with you.
Do you see the face or no?
Yes.
Okay.
So first it's just the waist up. You get to see dick, vagina, all that first. And you eliminate somebody based on their lower bits.
Your genitals?
Then it goes up and you see the face and the upper body. Then you can eliminate them based on that. But then they get to talk. Then you eliminate someone else, and then you're down to 2 people. And then those 2 people see you naked, and you make your decision.
I'm just picturing someone seeing like their dick and they're just being like, ooh. And then they see their face and it goes, ooh.
There is a dude who is hung like a fucking horse and has an elephant tattooed around it. So it's the trunk.
Okay. Well, that's probably like unfortunate for growers, though.
It really is.
But yeah. So there's dating. There's dating naked, or is it? Yeah, it's dating naked. But there's a UK version where they're on a beach resort, and it's full nudity, but it's not accessible in the States for whatever decency.
Yeah, because the dating naked show is censored because we're fucking prudes here in America.
Where would you find it? If you were not in the US?
I believe it was Peacock or Paramount. You just need a VPN.
I just say
and this would be a great opportunity to be sponsored by a VPN.
Just like watch it on here, like there's whatever virus protection you have. A lot of them have a VPN. Like McAfee has a VPN. Just go in there and just like I'm in the UK. Peacock. And
I might
watch this.
I was like, I might just do a VPN free trial and be like, let me just watch this real quick, and then disconnect it so I don't have to get charged for it.
Yeah. You just have to, have to watch on my PC instead of watching on the TV, but it's fine. I can live with that. I can also
Paramount
through the
Paramount. Okay, I knew it was one of the P's.
Paramount Plus.
I mean, they're both trash apps, so
P's showing all the P's.
I hate them both so much. Like,
the fact that dating naked isn't on the cock is disappointing.
That is. It
feels like a missed opportunity.
Very much a missed opportunity. But yeah, Hard Sell is what I've been watching. We finished it actually. It's only 6 episodes. It's on Netflix. It's Catherine Tate. She's the governor of a prison, is what they call it over in the UK, but over here it would be a warden. And she's the governor of a women's prison, and her whole thing is like, she's like, she wants everybody to be rehabilitated and be able to reintegrate into society. But her thing is she thinks creativity is the key. So she's going to have them do a stage play. And it's really funny. It's like a mockumentary style kind of thing.
Okay.
So Catherine Tate, I know her from The Office. I don't know if you all have seen her or anything else. If you even know who
C
that
or
is.
K?
Huh? With a C.
Which one is she? The blonde one or the redhead?
Redhead.
Yeah, I know who that is.
I don't think you do, because if you ask about those two, it's not one of the main people.
No, I know. It's not the young redhead. It's the older redhead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I have seen The Office. I don't like The Office personally, but I have seen them and I'm familiar with all of the people on the show that didn't make me laugh.
Did you know that they're making a new Office, but in Australia?
Yeah. See, the reason why I didn't think you knew who it was, though, is because it's like she came on like in the last 2 seasons. So it's not even like she's,
She didn't come on during the good times.
Yeah, she wasn't even on during like the really good stuff. So it's just, that's why I didn't think you
pull
knew
her picture up then, because...
1 second.
Oh, you got it, Mar?
Yeah. Okay. I had already started looking her up.
That's what I'm saying. I think he's referring to Meredith now that he brought that up. That's not who I'm talking about.
No, that's not what I asked for.
Oh yeah, no, I know who that is. Yeah, no, she's British, right? And
yeah,
no, she was annoying as shit.
Okay.
Yes, I am familiar.
Okay.
I was talking about Meredith though. I'm fairly certain. Yeah, Nellie. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I didn't like her.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, I don't think that he's thinking of the right person right now, and it's like, you were familiar. I'm like, yeah, I know you are, but the way you asked that question is like, I don't think that's who you think it is. But yeah, it's her show. Funny show though. I enjoy it. I also finished Go Lose a Ranger the first season, which was fun. I will definitely be back for season 2 on that one. Then this movie, new to Netflix, I think it dropped on Thursday or Friday last week. It's called Uglies. It's called Uglies. So basically it's in a society like set in the future where they've figured out, they've solved the problem of like renewable energy and all that kind of stuff. And they were like,
now everybody has to be ugly.
No. Actually, no. It's the exact opposite. So basically, when you turn 16, you get plastic surgery. Everybody does to make themselves beautiful. And before that, you have to live in like this, like on this campus in the school or whatever until you turn 16. And on your 16th birthday, they give you this surgery to make you beautiful. And then you go out with the rest of the world. And until then, you're called an ugly.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I bet their slogan is only the strong confidence survives.
But yeah.
You call me ugly enough, I'm gonna just kill myself.
My thing is, I was talking to Money about this. Like, imagine you, like, a lot of times with these movies, they don't tell you what the movie is really ahead of time when you audition for it and shit. They just have you read some lines and all that kind of stuff. Like, imagine you do that, you get the part, and you find out that you got a role in a movie called The Uglies.
And it's like, oh, and like for at least half of the role, you are being called ugly. I would be sick.
But yeah, it's the interesting commentary on how superficial society can be and all that kind of stuff. It's actually really good. Let me correct myself. It wasn't really good. It was better than I expected it to be.
There we go.
And then Deion Cole's new stand-up, Okay, Mister, that came out. Watched that last night.
Is that on Netflix?
Yeah.
Because I love me some Deion Cole.
Yeah, me too. I will say this one is not as funny as his last one, but it was still really funny.
Okay. All right.
But that's it. And that's enough of that. Let's get into our topics. I believe mine might take the longest, so we're going to start there.
You mean the Emmys?
Yeah. So let's talk about the Emmys.
We should have done the MTV Video Movie Awards, the music awards.
Well, that was already like a whole week ago. Like at this point, that shit don't matter. We should talk about the fact that Beyonce was snubbed at the CMAs because they're racist.
I got thoughts on that.
But Post Malone can get in there.
Here's what I feel about that. Beyonce in country music. Those of us who are not ingrained in country music and don't listen to country music all the time, we know what we like, and we know we like Beyonce, so we may like her country shit, But people who are like 100% in country might not like it as much as we do. The way that they integrate themselves into country music and the way they love it, it might not actually be good. I don't know if it is or not. It's kind of how I see it when, somebody from, somebody who does country music normally come over and tries to do a rap album. And people who are not normally listening to rap might think it's good. But those of us who listen to rap all the time would know that shit's not good. So it's just...
Can't have it both ways.
You can't. And the thing is, I'm not saying her album isn't good. I'm saying I don't know one way or the other because I don't listen to country music, so I can't really judge it. But those who really listen to country music know better than we do. Are they being racist? That's entirely possible. It is 100% possible. And judging from the demographics,
it's giving.
It's more likely than not, but we don't really know. There's a chance it's not as good as we really think it is. Kind of like how Star Wars isn't as good as a lot of people really think it is. We'll get into that another time. Let's talk about the Emmys.
When does that come out?
That already happened. That was on Sunday.
Which is why we're talking about it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, a few things happened. I sent y'all a link. It's in the chat here for y'all to look at. A few things that I want to point out. Pull this up here. So I'm very confused, and a lot of people are. Let's start with this Emmy for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Comedy Series. Jeremy Allen White won for Carmy in The Bear. For some reason, The Bear is still categorized as a comedy, and there is nothing comedic about that show
at all.
Okay, so now, all right, so now I know what we're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, I remember seeing that. Like, it listed something about The Bear being listed as a comedy, and I was like, since when is The Bear supposed to be funny?
It's because it is not. Like,
let alone it's not. So how does he win the award?
yeah, because there's
like,
nothing comedic about his performance either.
Because who was he compared to? Like, or who was he up against?
Matt
Martin
Barrett
Short,
from What We
Steve
Do in the
Martin.
Shadows. Larry David from Curb Your Enthusiasm. Steve Martin for Only Murders in the Building. Martin Short for Only Murders in the Building. And
DeFaro
Wunatai for Reservoir Dogs. I've seen some of What We Do in the Shadows. I've seen some of Curb Your Enthusiasm. I've never seen Only Murders in the Building, and I've never seen the show Reservoir Dogs. I've seen the movie, one of my favorite movies of all time. But
I'm pretty sure Kate watches Only Murders in the Building.
I've heard Only Murders in the Building, and I'm pretty sure that's more appropriate as a comedy. At least like the trailers I see for it seem like they're supposed to be funny or humorous to a point.
Have either of you watched Hacks?
Nope. The only thing on that list I saw is The Bear. I have not watched anything else on that list.
Well, this was for a different thing. This was for who actually won for best comedy series is Hacks.
That was the first one that we opened up.
Yeah.
I think so, that one's
Abbott Elementary. I have not watched Curb Your Enthusiasm, Only Murders, Palm Royale, Reservation Dogs, We Do in the Shadows. The only thing on here that I've watched is The Bear.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of The Bear, still outstanding supporting actor in a comedy series. Fucking Richie from The Bear.
Now he is funny. I will give him that. If anyone is comedy in that show, it's fucking Richie.
He's frustrating.
I enjoy him, but
I enjoy
frustrating. So maybe that's why.
I enjoy what's their friend's name? With the one that's the other host that they have there. He used to do maintenance for him, and then he started being a host there.
Had to.
Yeah.
I guess that's where the comedy comes in.
Yeah. He's the funny one to me, but yeah, he was up there against people who are actually in comedies, like Paul W. Downs in Hacks, or Tyler James Williams in Abbott Elementary. Speaking of which, people were really talking about what Tyler James Williams was wearing at the Emmys. Apparently, he went out there sleeveless. But people were like, look at he got been working out and shit. Now you don't know how to act.
Is he a supporting actor in that? I thought Abbott Elementary was about him.
No, that's Janine.
Okay. No.
Well, it's not about Janine. It's based on her experience going to school in Philadelphia. Bless you. But the school is named after, I want to say, her favorite teacher.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Quinta Brunson is who she's referring to, the actress, however you want to put it. But
not the right to bear arms
on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, she was on Saturday Night Live.
No, I'm saying Bowen Yang was nominated for Saturday Night Live, and Ebon Moss Backrack from The Bear beat him.
Yeah, like John Bernthal, outstanding guest actor in a comedy series, The Bear. Like, it's just like, yo,
The Bear won everything. Outstanding supporting actress, they won.
Yeah. I don't understand.
Who's Dick? Anyway.
Don't get me wrong. They were good in the show. They were all good in the show. They're just not a comedy.
Fucking outstanding guest actress. Jamie Lee Curtis, The Bear.
That's how I know him. I haven't watched The Bear yet, but I was like, she was not there before.
I'm sorry, what? Two directors were nominated for The Bear? The Bear was nominated twice in the same category for directing?
Well, yeah, because different directors direct different episodes. There was, let's see. No, that's not what I was looking for. Yeah. One standout, Lamorne Morris, won for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Limited or Anthology Series or Movie for in Fargo. Let me pull that, just show y'all here. So y'all know who I'm talking about. This man here. So I've seen him in a few different things. If you saw the show Woke on Hulu, he was in that.
Oh, okay.
He was forgot the name of that show with Rob Lowe on Netflix with him and his son when they're running that company and shit. But he was in this season of that. What the fuck was it called? I'm not gonna remember. Let me stop before
Unstable.
Yeah, that shit. I mean, it was something like crazy or some shit. Let's see. Jeopardy won for Outstanding Game Show.
As
Going
they
up
should.
against Family Feud, Password, Price is Right, and Wheel of Fortune. I mean, comparing to all those, only one I might think about giving it to maybe is Family Feud, but
I would have given it to Family Feud.
Yeah, I mean, for humor and for what's more entertaining, I would give it to Family Feud. I just enjoy Jeopardy out of just it being a part of my upbringing, and I
will say, Pat Sajak winning host makes me happy though, because Pat Sajak is the only host from my childhood that's still a fucking host.
Yeah. Or alive.
Yeah, trying to think. Yeah, is there anybody who's still hosting shit from when
Alec Trebek is gone. Yeah. Fucking
Bob Barker is gone.
The original host of Family Feud that no one remembers is gone.
Richard Dawson.
Never mind.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Regis, but Regis wasn't a game show host.
Who wants to be a millionaire?
Saget? Well, no, that wasn't a game show host.
Who wants to be a millionaire?
Yeah, Regis. Yes, there we go. We just filled in, all of them.
But yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that really stood out to me. But I was happy for Mr. Morris that winning his first Emmy. Let's see. Blue Eye Samurai won for Outstanding Animated Program, though. And that is a great show if you haven't seen it. Like, anybody who hasn't seen Blue Eye Samurai, you should definitely take a look at it. Check it out.
I'll get to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it won against Bob's Burgers, Scavenger's Reign, The Simpsons, and X-Men 97. Solid lineup there, but Blue Eye Samurai did deserve that win. Is there anything else on this list you all wanted to talk about before we moved on?
No.
Okay.
Not as I'm clicking through. Oh, Daily Show, which I love. Outstanding Talk Series.
Cool.
I feel like that's attributing to them getting back Jon Stewart.
Oh yeah.
On Mondays, because I feel like if they were still doing the same thing that they were doing
with the rotating people,
rotating either different hosts or rotating just each other, I don't think they would have gotten it. Even with some of like the additions that they have made, like Josh Johnson and that weird looking white dude.
Which weird looking white dude? There's a couple of them on there.
He's one of like the, I don't want to say lower down or lower tiered correspondents, but I guess that's how you could refer to him. Hold on.
Okay. Well, while you're thinking of that, I'm gonna get a trailer ready. I'm gonna ask you what you want. You want creepy shit or you want nostalgia?
Creepy shit.
Yeah, creepy shit.
Okay.
We're in spooky season.
You got it?
Damn, he's not even listed like on this one list.
Oh, okay. Well, let's watch this trailer. This is for something called Mr. Crockett.
Ooh.
Son, check this out. I got something for you.
No.
A friend like you is a friend like me. Whenever you're in trouble.
No.
He's coming! He must be watching us.
So, like, if Bill
Mr.
Cosby was the girl from The Ring, is what the concept is here?
If you mixed Mr. Rogers and Bill Cosby and then resurrected them as the girl from The Ring, sure. He's not breathing like that.
Or here's what we also can do. We can not.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna watch it, but like,
I'm noping out of that one. You can tell me how it is. And while you're doing that, you can tell me about your topic, Matt.
I noped out of nope. Speaking of noping out of nope, so my topic is basically, since we're talking creepy shit, we've all seen Scream, right?
Yes.
The original Scream? Yes, I have.
The original Scream. Concept, you get a phone call, answer some trivia questions, or you fucking die. In general, you die regardless, right? But let's say you will live. If you got a phone call, gun to your head, whatever the case, and you were given the option of picking the trivia that you had to answer from to save your own life, what is the one trivia topic you think that you could win to save your life?
Okay.
Now, I thought about this and I realized, even though I've won a few, I'm not good with like dates and times and shit when it comes to pro wrestling. So that's out. Like asking me when a match happened or at what pay-per-view a match happened and what year, can't do it. Not
you
for
need
me.
Phil for that.
Yeah, no. So I'm going to take the easy out and do kind of what we did this weekend and go horror movie trivia, which, by the way, guys, Trick or Trivia 3, All Things Halloween is now available at Creatia World, youtube.com/Creatia World, all that stuff.
Valid. Not sure. Okay, cool. Hello.
Hi.
Good to have you, though, for real.
I think I lean more Ashanti.
I was going to say Ashanti.
Between the two, I'd go Ashanti as well.
Like, Alicia Keys is very beautiful.
Oh, yeah, 100%. But, yeah.
Ashanti. I had to think about who I wanted to see running away from me in slow motion in a bikini.
It's Ashanti.
Definitely Ashanti.
While the Baywatch theme song plays, yeah.
Who would I get a better use out of 100 bottles of baby oil with? It's
Ashanti.
I love how the internet just can't get past that. Like, not, that's gonna be like.
Hey, on the bright side, that saved us from the he's eating the dogs, they're eating the cats bullshit.
I would rather
they made was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I honestly feel like I would rather hear about 1,000 bottles of lube than hear they're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs. They're eating the pets.
The pets.
He was just like your guinea pigs, your goats, your all of that, your goldfish, everything's getting ate.
Anyway, trivia. What were you saying, Matt?
I said for me, I'd take the easy out and go horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually really good with horror movie trivia. And then I plugged the fact that we got horror movie trivia available, youtube.com/Creatia World, and on all audio.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Mara, what about you?
I would either choose Supernatural or One Tree Hill trivia. And it mostly probably would be One Tree Hill because I could tell you the name of a song, what season it's from, what episode it's from, and probably what they were doing while the song was playing. So we'll just go with that. I had
a feeling it was going to be Supernatural.
Supernatural was my first thought, but then I was just like, Supernatural also has 15 seasons, and I know at least 10 through 15 a blur.
Nothing
Actually,
that
I
happened
would
after
probably
season
go
5 matters anyway. So I don't know.
Yeah, I would say probably like 7 to at least 12, all a blur. So, I would definitely do One Tree Hill, 1 through 9.
See, for me, I had trouble with this. I'm like, is there anything that I really know like that anymore? Because my memory is shit these days. So, like, I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, what is something? I don't even think there's anything that I really consume that much of on a regular basis anymore. But then I thought about it, and at first I was like, I could probably do it with Dragon Ball Z. But then, like, I haven't really watched much of that lately. So it's like, I don't know how much of that I'd really remember as far as specifics. So then I'm like, then Power Rangers came to mind too, like the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, not like the all this new shit. I don't know these new niggas. But then I thought about like, what's something that I consume all the time still? And the answer is The Office. Like, I turn it on to help me fall asleep at night. Like, no bullshit, because I know it that well to where I don't have to watch it. It really is just background noise I can fall asleep to. So I think it would have to be The Office. That would be the thing that I'm like, I got you on that trivia.
I have expected you to say Dynasty Warriors or the Three Kingdoms. Because I feel like, every battle, every participant that mattered.
I haven't really touched Dynasty Warriors in so long, except for like recently I played it again. But like, not to like the point where I knew it like I used to. I used to know it like that. You're right. Like, I used to really know it like that, but not anymore. That's the thing. There are a lot of things that I used to have that crazy encyclopedic knowledge of. Not anymore. Because I just don't consume those things as often as I used to. So it's hard to really remember the shit like that.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Let's throw another trailer out here. We're going to go nostalgia this time.
Well, we only had two options. We used one, so that would just leave.
I mean, I could have gone a completely different direction. There are other trailers we can watch that I have queued up. So
I did not know that was an option. You just said this or that. So when we did this, I figured next was that.
When you give somebody choices, it's easier to give them 2 instead of 5. It's a lot easier for them to choose. One of the many lessons I learned from D&D. G.I. Joe Wrath of Cobra. Throwback style looking video game about G.I. Joe. Let's see what we got here.
Cobra! Go, Joe!
So, yeah, very old school, like, NES, Super NES style, side scroll, beat 'em up.
There we go.
Everybody's waiting to be Snake Eyes, because who wants to be Duke when you can be Snake Eyes? Like,
exactly.
Like, why would you want to be anybody else besides Snake Eyes?
Maybe Scarlet.
No, Snake Eyes is there. There's a ninja. Why would you want to be anybody else?
Have you seen Scarlet in the movies?
I have seen Scarlet in the movies, but I've also seen Snake Eyes in the movies.
I saw the Snake Eyes movie. It wasn't great.
The G.I. Joe movies aren't great. I don't know. Why is that your criteria?
I need to know what Hasbro is trying to do with G.I. Joe and Transformers, because
where the fuck is that at?
That last Transformers movie that had the what is it, the post credit or mid credit to him meeting the guy who holds up the Joes, and I was like, okay, so what are we doing with that? What are we doing?
They actually have confirmed recently that the next Transformers movie will be a crossover with G.I. Joe.
After Transformers 1.
We got Transmetals, we got Transmetals 2s, we got Fusors, we got places to go. Leave Optimus, Bumblebee, and them behind. We have a new cast of characters.
You need to go Beach Wars. I hear you.
And I need some shit. Where the fuck are my Predacons?
Yeah. Oh, there were no Predacons in the movie? I haven't seen it, so.
You haven't watched the... What do you mean you haven't watched the movie?
I haven't. I forgot all about it.
I went to theaters to see that shit, Travis.
I know.
And I was sad that I couldn't go with you. Like, Kate wasn't going to go with me. I was like, this is the one time I wish I was in... I don't remember if you were still in Texas at that point or if you had moved to Atlanta yet, but I wasn't where you were.
Mm-hmm. I was here.
If the next one comes out, I feel like we need to find a way to get together and go see it together.
Or the end of last year?
It was the end of last year.
It was last year, yeah. But Yeah. Still haven't seen it.
You have to see it because I remember.
That is your homework for the next episode. When we come back, what do you watch? Fucking Transformers Beast Wars.
I wouldn't even be surprised if it wasn't
I think it's
wasn't
on Paramount.
Yeah,
If I remember correctly, it's on Paramount. So,
and if not, I can give you access to watch it because I own it.
I'll give you all the login. Actually, I think ours is the same for Hulu. You just log in with the.
Yeah, I have Paramount. I already have Paramount.
I'm just saying, I
Big
own
Brother and Star Trek.
It's
it's where I watch that shit. I definitely have Paramount already.
Because what was it?
And soon you'll be watching Dating Naked UK with a VPN.
We got to get that sponsorship because I feel like every fucking YouTuber I watch has some kind of VPN sponsorship. Yeah. So clearly they want the people.
How do we make our own VPN?
We need a guy.
Need a guy who knows
for everything, Travis.
Sorry.
Oh, they're creating their own Hasbro cinematic universe, as I've been informed.
Sharknado.
Yes.
What's your topic?
All right. There's always movies that are bad, but there's always someone who's trying to convince you it's good. What is your hear me out movie? I went with an oldie that is one of my favorites that I haven't watched in a while, and it is Spice World.
Oh God! Okay.
I loved that movie growing up.
It's so good.
Now, who was your favorite Spice Girl?
It's always Scary Spice.
See, I was into Baby Spice growing up.
I mean, I liked Baby Spice. Like she was more like my personality, so I could assume. But
that was until I found out Ginger had nude past, and then she bumped up the list.
But yeah, like this movie, like hands down, one of my favorites as a kid that I would probably still watch, and I'd be like, this is great. Like watching them go through boot camp to get their voices together, and then them dancing, all like doing shows in other places, even though the dancers are like showing their butt cheeks, and they're just like, why? It's just it's such a fun movie.
Them randomly being on top of the bus.
Yeah, them on a London, like on the double-decker bus, and they had to zoom and jump over the London Bridge as the bridges was coming up. Like, it is such a fun movie. It's such a fun movie, and that's my choice, and I stand by it.
Oh man, what's yours, Matt?
Well, I was gonna try and do what Mara did and pull up a picture, but I didn't save one, so I was trying to do that.
I didn't save one either. I just pulled it up.
I have a lot, especially in like the horror universe. One most famously and recently was Zombie Strippers, which I made everyone watch for our zombie panel review, and everyone hated. And I tried to explain to them why it wasn't as bad as they thought it was. But for this case, I'm going to go the other route. And I'm going to say a movie that Travis and I both grew up on that is clearly terrible, but so terrible it's fantastic. It is comedy gold. It is one Ready to Rumble.
Ready to Rumble, yes.
With David Arquette. Hear me out.
It's so bad, but I love it.
Hear me out. Listen, I know it's
wrestling
one of those
fans
movies,
hate it too, but
it's so well. They hate it because of what we got because of it. But like, it had Jimmy the King is a fantastic character for not being a real wrestling character. Let us be very clear about that. Like the fact that the main character in the movie, full of wrestlers, isn't actually a wrestler and he's fucking fantastic. Great. Watching these two absolute idiots become the thing that I dreamt of becoming as a child and feeling like if they could do it, I could do it. Fucking fantastic. It's still fun. Yes, thank you, Bakley. It's so good and so fucking quotable and still to this day funny. And mind you, I may have a little bit of bias because our friend Phil threw up at my house the night before we watched the movie, and then my mom walked in right as they said "pukins for pussies" and started laughing at Phil, and that will stick with me to this day forever. I
Your
will
mom
never
was
not
laughing
watch
at your
that movie,
friend?
hear that, and remember that. My mom was awesome. But yes,
My mom
no,
was
Ready to
still
Rumble is the one that I'm going with.
I'm with you. I'm with you. So I had to think about this for a while. And then I remembered something.
What?
It's a movie I saw 13 years ago. And I only saw it because a friend of mine, this was when I was living in Orlando, my friend Garen came to visit over my place. And he was like, have you seen this movie, Hobo with a Shotgun? And I'm like, no, the fuck is that? And he told me it was on Netflix at the time. We turned it on. Now watch this shit. This is a bad movie. And it's bad not just in the sense of just not a well-made movie, but it's also fucked up. Like the kinds of things that occur in this movie are fucked up.
I think this is Kate's Hear Me Out movie too, because she talks about Hobo with a Shotgun a lot more than I feel like people should.
Here's the thing. I've only seen this movie once, but I will tell people you should check it out. Like it's one of those things you just got to experience it. It's not even the kind of thing you can really describe to people. Like, hold on.
Can I pull up the trailer?
I have it here already. I'm
Oh,
a step
okay.
ahead of you.
Of course you do.
Oh, it's free on Tubi.
I used to be like you. A long time ago. You're brand new, perfect. No mistakes, no regrets.
How the
Look at you and think of how wonderful your future.
Why do they always make hospital walls so
want you to
fucking
be
yellow? Like, I know they're not this yellow. What?
Doctor.
Not gonna lie, that was kind of hot.
Of course. Oh,
Hate to tell you this, but if you grow up here, you're more likely to wind up selling your bodies on the streets. We're shooting dope from dirty needles in a bus stop.
could you imagine, like, if at some point all of those babies
No,
are
it is
just
not
like,
Gary Busey.
It's not Gary
No.
Busey, but
They don't think
that is Rutger Hauer.
Mm-hmm.
because you know.
Could you imagine, like, some point in the future, those babies are just like, I just have this real urge to get the fuck out of here. I have this recurring dream that this old man just standing
Okay, there
above
it
me,
is.
A hobo.
telling me.
There it is.
Oh,
What the fuck did Santa do to you?
here's the thing. That thing you just saw with the head in the car and all that shit, that's not the most fucked up thing that happens in this movie. That dude that just burst through the door with the sunglasses on and shit, there's a scene involving him with a blowtorch and a school bus. And
I will
yes,
be
there are
honest with you.
children on that school bus.
This is a movie I have never seen, and I don't know how.
I just want to know if that's any worse than the Terrifier.
Is there any what?
If that's any worse than the Terrifier's
I
reputation.
would probably say no, it is not, but that's also because it's gonna be older.
Oh, true.
And
That's from 2011.
yeah.
Wow,
Mm-hmm.
that was something.
That's why I say, hear me out. You should check it out.
Give it a chance.
Mara, you should go check out Ready to Rumble and not watch Hobo with a Shotgun.
You should 100% watch Hobo with a Shotgun.
That's on our board to watch on vacation.
Neither one of y'all really convinced me.
Do it.
She's coming to Chicago. You very well could see a Hobo with a Shotgun downtown.
This is true. This is very true. Let's watch another trailer here, and then we can get out of here.
Okay.
I feel like the hobo with the shotgun trailer is the one we gotta. Well, I don't know if we can. I guess if we're putting it back up on YouTube, that's got to be our short.
It's too long, but we can cut it down.
Boo.
We can cut it down now. You can kind of get the gist of it.
Oh, what the fuck?
What's the holdup? Making arrangements.
It's called Brothers, by the
Some
way.
families have a long.
No, I caught that.
Or lawyers. We had a long line of felons.
The
And he looks
Dinkles.
jacked.
As my twin brother Mook.
He's dinked the fuck up.
When?
He had the hands.
We just bought a house where we're having a kid. Bro, come on. I am finished stealing shit.
Let's do this one and split.
One last score.
Let's take it down. 1, 2, 3, Dracula. We can go 2 out of 3 if you want.
Get on the floor.
I just feel like Wolfman would beat out Dracula.
Wolfman's once a month. Dracula is all the time. Use your head.
What?
This is a new beginning, huh?
Hey,
Marissa Tomei.
Aunt May, you're still alive.
What is wrong with you? Mom?
Damn.
Shit, he dented the car.
You've on 30 years.
I can apologize only so much.
You haven't apologized at all. Why are you back now?
The emerald.
Is it just me, or is Josh Brolin aging backwards?
A plan.
What it takes all of us.
I think it's just you.
It's a terrible plan.
I will say Josh Brolin and John Cena look very much alike now as John Cena's aging rapidly.
I was gonna say probably because he shaved his face down, but
Don't make me come back there.
I was like, I thought I saw Brendan Fraser. And
Yeah, Brendan Fraser is the one that threw poor Peter Dinklage into the bathtub.
yes,
What the?
Oh. Okay.
It's just an orangutan. Like,
What? What did the orangutan do to him?
I don't know.
Dear
But I need
you.
to find out. I'm definitely gonna watch this. I feel like that's a great way to end this.
Yes.
Oh man. Thank you all for watching. We really appreciate you. Don't forget you can see us live every week for this show and other shows on Twitch at twitch.tv/Creatia World. You go there, we appreciate a subscription. You can also actually subscribe for free if you have Amazon Prime, because if you have Amazon Prime, that means you got Prime Gaming. So what you do is you take your Amazon account, you take your Twitch account, you put them together, fusion, they come together, they form Prime Gaming, and you get a free subscription every month. We'd appreciate you giving that to us. You can also watch us live on YouTube and watch us later on YouTube at youtube.com/Creatia World. You can go there, you can subscribe for free. And what you want to do is you hit that subscribe button right there. Doesn't cost you a penny. Then you right next to it, there's a little bell. Hanging from that bell is a little bean. So what I want you to do is I want you to flick that bean. You do that, you get notified every time we go live, every time we drop a new video, all that good stuff. You can also catch us and all the links and everything for everything we do, CreatiaWorld.com. Go there to find that. Now, all the socials, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at It's Creatia World. That is at ITSCREATIA World. Also on Facebook at Facebook.com/Creatia World. And if you're a fan of Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, all that good shit, you go to Facebook.com/group/them-dragons. And you can just, share your dragon memes, share all your House of the Dragon stuff and Game of Thrones stuff. Talk about it there. We'll have a good time. If you're a wrestling fan, you can check out Facebook.com/group/Smack and Raw. You can tell them about that, Matt.
Memes, wrestling pay-per-view, discussions, commentary, all of the good, none of the bad when it comes to the IWC. And if you bring the bad, we kick you the fuck out.
Yeah, because we don't do that shit. You can find me on all the socials at Lord_Cusslott. That is at LORD_CUSSALOTT. Mara, where can they find you?
On all those same places at Mara the Shark, MARADASHARK.
What about you, Matt?
On X, Twitter, at Matt Ritter. That's at MATTRIDDER for your wrestling content. At Getting Off for your horror content. Again, Getting Off just dropped a new episode. You guys should go check it out. Trick or Trivia 3. See who joins Katie and Reek in the finals for trivia in December, where we crown the champion of horror movie trivia for our show. You guys can catch me everywhere else at Smacking It Raw on TikTok, Threads, Instagram, and Blue Sky.
Speaking of stuff that just dropped today, we just dropped a new video with me teaching my friend Brett Inez how to play Dungeons and Dragons. It was a good time. We went through a little bit of background, kind of teach her how the game works, and then we ran through a real short adventure. We enjoyed it. She enjoyed it. I think she's hooked. Y'all go ahead and check that out. But that'll be it for this show. We'll see y'all next time. Until then, we out.
Bye.
I will rule